सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां दयाकरं दयाकारं दान्तं धर्मप्रवर्तकं प्रणमामि दयानन्दं मदाचार्यवरं परम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Does anybody need the text? You were not here yesterday? Oh, you didn't take? Didn't bring? You wouldn't? Okay. Huh? We have been discussing pramana. Because we have to understand Shabda Pramana properly. Just to summarize what we have done yesterday so that we can catch up. What have we done yesterday? We have looked in detail at what is the need for a special pramana to understand the Upanishad. Why not all the pramanas, the means of knowledge that we use, why not that be sufficient? And the reason for that is very simple. It is the nature of the Atma. We already have seen in the Mundakopanishad that it is not an object of sight, adrishyam, agrahyam, avarnam, agotram, apanipadam, achakshushrodram, all this we have seen. It is not an object, number one. And number two, it is neither remote nor an object that is near to me. What is it? It is neither paroksha, remote. The subject matter of the Upanishad is neither paroksha. What is the subject matter of the Upanishad? Oneself. Is neither paroksha nor what? Pratyaksha. Available for the 5 means of knowledge called Moola Pramanam. Moola Pramanani. Not available for that. Then, what is it available for? It is not available for that which is paroksha either. Paroksha, inference, etc. Pratyaksha, the 5 sense organs. And then, so what is the nature of the Atma? Ever present, ever illumined, never absent, yet unrecognized. That is why that which is aparoksha, yet unrecognized. Aparoksha means it should be recognized. Aparoksha means it's ever present, never remote, always there. It should be recognized. But it is not recognized. Why? Because of a want of a specific means of knowledge, number one. And why do we need a specific form of knowledge? Number two, we need a specific form of knowledge because, a means of knowledge, because it is not an object. And if it is not recognized properly, how is it recognized? Improperly. Not properly. And we gave the example, the stock example of the rope snake. Just as the rope is misrecognized because it is not clearly seen, the Atman, I also is misrecognized. Why? Because it is not clearly seen. Seen means understood. Therefore, we need a specific form of knowledge which is there in the Upanishads. We talked about that, and then we talked about the Veda. The whole Veda is a pramana. The first portion of the Veda is helping us to see things which we do not know and which we'll never know and then remember, like heaven, going to heaven. So many things the Veda will tell. Crows are white in heaven. Why do we need to know that crows are white in heaven? To create a desire in the person to go, oh, let me go see white crow, let's see how it is. And also crows have teeth. This also it says, oh, let's see, let me see if I can get a selfie with a crow with teeth. And all these things it is said. So now this heaven, etc., when the Veda describes desirable objects, starting with heaven, starting with things we really don't know about, and we neither know heaven nor we know how to get there. Anybody has GPS for heaven? If you put in GPS heaven, what will come? The closest restaurant, which is called heaven. So that's all will come. Heaven won't come. Because nobody knows what is heaven, nobody knows how to get there. The Veda will talk about it. Why? Based on people's desires. The Veda is the first portion of the Veda is a treatise in wish fulfillment, and that's all that it does. It gives a whole list of things that based on the human pursuits. And people want all kinds of things. I want success, okay. I want to go here, okay. I want to go there, okay. I want to secure my afterlife. What about this life? Doesn't matter. I want to spend the whole of this life doing what? Securing my afterlife. And then what do you want? I want a bungalow in heaven. Okay, there is a ritual for that. Really? Yeah, I probably am making it up, but I won't be surprised if there is a ritual for that. So, how to go to heaven, how to succeed, how to get lots of money, how to get lots of fame, how to get this, that, or the other. And then in the process of getting this, that, or the other, that's not enough for many people. I want to be rich, I want to be successful, I want to be famous, but I don't want you to be either rich or famous or successful. What to do? Go to the Atharva Veda. Lots of spells will be there. And for every spell it will say that you will have this much bad karma because it's in some ways, it accrues karma. And so like this, the first portion of the Veda elicits from us a Shraddha that is belief-based. Because we saw that every pramana works only because there is Shraddha behind that pramana. That's why you say what? I saw with my own eyes. I know you went there to the cafe. You said you were going to chant Rudram in your room. But where did you go? Rudra Cafe. And you didn't take me. So, how do you know I was there? We are all wearing white anyway. How did you recognize me? I saw with my own eyes. You see, you have Shraddha behind the pramana. Yes. And what difference does it make? Rudra in the room, Rudra in the cafe, same. Yeah. They are also very clever. They want to present themselves as very sattvic. So, this is how it is. I saw with my own eyes, which means what? That I am backing the eyes. I'm not doubting the eyes. I don't doubt my ears. I'm just going from one room to another room and suddenly I hear my name whispered. I don't mean to eavesdrop. Naturally, the feet go slower and stop, and some bad things are being said. Then I can take up the people. In fact, I recognize the chappals in front of the room. Wait till they come out, and then I will give them a piece of the mind. Why were you talking about me? How do you know we were talking about you? I heard with my own ears. I'm not wrong. You see, we have great shraddha in the pramanas that we operate. We have no problem. And also we have shraddha, those who are Vedikas and who have a respect for the Vedic tradition, have the shraddha also for the first portion of the Veda. And that shraddha is just belief based. All of them are non-verifiable belief. If you believe in heaven, is it verifiable or non-verifiable? Non-verifiable. If you don't believe in heaven, is your disbelief verifiable? No. In either case, it's a belief. So it's all belief-based shraddha. But when we come to the last portion, Vedanta, there also shraddha is needed, but it is not the same kind of belief-based shraddha that we afford to the first portion of the Veda. It is a trust pending understanding. The trust of a broken person, because every adult is one whose trust has been broken by various promises unfulfilled. So nobody trusts. One has to learn to trust all over again, just like a baby learning to walk. So everybody has a tiny bit of baby shraddha that one has to grow up. One has to cultivate and make it grow. Because this shraddha is not just blind belief. Oh yes, if I do this, I'll get that. There is no way of knowing. There is no connection between cause and consequence. How putting ghee in the fire here will give me a bungalow in heaven somewhere. No connection. But still that belief-based shraddha is there. But not so in the last portion of the Veda, also known as the Upanishads. Also known as the Upanishads. In the last portion of the Veda, this problem is not there. Because the subject matter is not paroksha like heaven. Therefore, it is aparoksha, it is yourself alone. You have to see the truth of yourself that is being shown. But why do I have to come to you to see the truth of myself? This is the very interesting paradox. This is the paradox. And this is how Pujya Swamiji once went to Belgium. And there he had one of his devotees who was a yoga teacher who had invited him. So Swamiji thought, Belgium so far, and then language issue and everything. Who will come? Maybe the student, yoga teacher has 10, 20 students. So maybe he will have advertised and he maybe another 20 will come, so he was expecting 30, 40 people to be there. Imagine his surprise and his joy when 350 people showed up when he came. Nobody had even heard Swami Dayananda name, nobody had even heard. And he began his talk like that. That which brings you to learn about yourself, that desire which brings you here to learn about yourself from a perfect stranger. Why do you need to go to a perfect stranger to learn about yourself? And that which brings you to a perfect stranger to learn about yourself is called Shraddha. This is how he began his talk. And then he said, isn't this ironical? What do you want to know? Yourself. Where have you come? To me, who you don't know at all. You neither know yourself nor you know me, yet here you are trying to know yourself through me, who is a perfect stranger. But that's how the pramana is. This pramana called Shabda Pramana is scary stuff and is misunderstood because I don't handle it. It's easy to say, I am behind my ears, I am behind my eyes, I am behind all my sense organs, I stand behind my inference, I stand behind my hypothesis. All this it's easy to say. Because the I, who is the I here? Who is the I? No. Here the I is not Satchidananda Atma, it is Ahankara. Ahankara. The Ahankara I. Of course, everything is Brahman. So it's a safe answer. But it's a very safe answer, you can never be wrong. So, but here, the I is the one that is attached to, identified with the body-mind-sense complex that is talking. That is the one that is talking. That is the one that is saying. Who is the one that's saying, I am handling the pramanas, I see with my own eyes. It's the Ahankara. AKA here, knower, pramata. So the pramata employs the pramana to know the prameya. Prameya means object of knowledge. Pramata, pramana, prameya. Now, out of one discussion, we have three entities. Pramata, knower, prameya, known, object of knowledge, and then pramana, that which bridges the pramana to the prameya, that which bridges the knower to the known, it's the means of knowledge. All three are there, very active in all bodies of knowledge except Vedanta. In every branch of knowledge, the pramata is intact. No change to the pramata. The pramata, the knower, I, the ahankara that has morphed into the pramata, gains more and more information, and then adds a few letters after the name. BA, MA, PhD, all these few more alphabets will come. Sometimes the alphabets in the form of degrees coming after the name is longer than the name. One gentleman gave me his visiting card once. His name was small, something it was. Deep, his name was Deep, that's all. And then after that, ABC, PhD, DMD, this, that, all D lit, M lit, so many things. And so like this, the Ahankara is the accumulator of degrees, of pedigrees, and of objects of knowledge. The more objects of knowledge I accumulate and remember and have information about, the more of an expert I feel in all those areas. And why do I need to be an expert? This expertise grants me certain access. Doors open. People stand up. People clap when I finish talking. People give me shawls. People give me garlands. People give me awards. People give me accolades. So all this information is power. Information that I have accumulated through this distinction, pramana, pramata, prameya, is giving me lots of power and pelf and the ability to be the top, be at the top. It gives me validation, it gives me respect, it gives me, all kinds of goodies in society. Any branch of knowledge you take, the pramata is not shaken up even a bit. Why? Because it's knowledge of objects. In the knowledge of objects, the object doesn't become you when you come to know it. Object remains object. Otherwise, what happens? You study a scorpion and the scorpion becomes you, or you become one with the scorpion. Then what? That doesn't make any sense. That never happens. You study a subject, the subject matter, no matter how dear to you, is still separate from you. And so, here, in the matter of the Upanishad, that is not the case. Why? First of all, it's non-dual. Second of all, the subject matter of the Upanishad is who? you. Since the subject matter of the Upanishad is you, then that means what? Are you the pramata? No. I am that which lights up the pramata. I am that consciousness which lights up the pramata. I can say, right now I am pramata without really being pramata. Because if I am only pramata, what about prameya? Prameya is also I. Pramana is also I. So therefore, this is a knowledge that knocks off this triputi. Triputi means this tripod of pramana, pramata, prameya distinction. Knower, known, and means of knowledge, they are all shown to be just as though they are mithya bubbles in oceanic consciousness that is free of all the bubbles. The bubbles and the foam called pramata come and go. Prameya comes and goes. Pramana comes and goes. All that is there is one undifferentiated, limitless consciousness, which is the meaning of the word aham, I. So I, which is attached to the status of being pramata, has to be shaken, and then the pramatritvam, the knowership, has to be shaken off from the I, and this ahankara has to be walked over to Brahman and identified with Brahman as myself. This is what is accomplished by Shabda Pramana in the second portion of the Veda, the last portion of the Veda, known as the Upanishad. And in order for that to happen, a lot of Shraddha is needed. Not the Shraddha that takes you to heaven, that is just belief based. And that's belief based, that is devotion based, that is there. But then here, this Shraddha is different. It's a trust pending understanding. It's a trust pending understanding because you have here the desire to know. And if the desire to know is not accompanied by trust, then the pursuit will be only half there. Half-based pursuit will be there. Because it will not be a pursuit that will yield dividends. So Shraddha must be cultivated because why should Shraddha be cultivated? Because what is shown by a pramana is not available for any other means of knowledge. Like even for revealing this flower, what do I need? Eyes. Okay, I need eyes to see this flower. Supposing the eyes are not working very well. And then so can I say I'm tired of using the eyes? I can't see the flower because my eyes are closed. I'm tired of trying to look at the flower. Just open your eyes, you'll see, no, I don't want to open my eyes. What if I can't see? I don't want to be disappointed. Therefore, what will you do? I will try to see the flower with my ears. Will it work? Not in 1,000 years. Pun intended. So, not at all. You can't use another pramana for this because each pramana is a king in its own area. It has a kingdom. It has an arena of operation. Eyes reveal what? Form and color. Ears reveal sounds. You cannot interchange. They can complement. First the ears can say, here is something coming, it looks like a truck. And then you can look, you can turn your head and look, yes, the truck is red in color. You can say that. That's a different thing. But you can't, the eyes cannot do what the ears can, and vice versa. Similarly, each pramana reveals only that which cannot be known by any other means. Anadhigatam. Anadhigatam. Anadhigatam means it cannot be revealed by any other means of knowledge. And then, second one, definition of pramana. First is it has to reveal something I cannot know by myself, by any other means. Second is it has to, whatever it really reveals, has to be meaningful, arthavat. Everything is meaningful. Veda also reveals things that is meaningful to one person. The first portion of the Veda reveals heaven. And if you are interested in heaven, that is meaningful to you, is it not? Somebody is interested in riches, so the Homa making you rich is interested, people will be interested in that Homa, it is meaningful to them. But then the last portion of the Veda really surpasses the definition of pramana, because what it reveals is universally interesting, applicable to all, no matter where one is born. And what does it reveal? The truth of myself as free of sorrow and fear. This is what it reveals. Who doesn't want that? You go anywhere. You go to any corner of the world. You go to Antarctica and ask, do you want to be free of sorrow and fear? Will anybody say no? Never. Never. This is what the pramana reveals, and therefore it is universally applicable to all. And then this pramana I don't handle, it is handled for me. No, I want to handle this pramana. Who is this I? Don't say Brahman, okay? Yeah. Who is this I? Ahankara. And what is this I? Mired in the identification of the body, mind, sense complex. A famous author whose ancestors were slaves, had been enslaved in America, said, the master's tools cannot dismantle the master's house. You understand what that means? The master's tools. Master means the slave owner. So the tools of the slave owner cannot dismantle the master's house. Why? Because house here is the structure called slavery. So if you want to dismantle the idea and the concept of slavery, we cannot use the same tools used by the oppressors. Is that clear? So the oppressor's tools cannot bring down the oppression. The new tools have to be crafted. New tools have to be crafted, and they have to be organic. These are the tools not of compliance, these are the tools of resistance. These are the tools of revolution. These are the tools of revolutionizing how one sees oneself. So therefore, I can't operate this, because the I that operates is part of the problem, is part of the infrastructure that is the problem. So the operator has to come from outside. That's why we don't encourage people to read the Upanishad. If you read the Upanishad, what happens? Yes, okay, Tattvamasi, yeah, big deal, next. That's how people come and say, I have studied the Kenopanishad, nothing happened. I have studied Kenopanishad, still nothing happened. I have studied Mundakopanishad, still nothing happened. Now what I'm going to do? What should I do now? Get a job, that's all, So people go away with the thought that the Upanishad doesn't work. Why? Because I tried to operate it myself. You are part of the problem. You means your infrastructure is coming in the way of understanding and gaining this. So the knowledge that I am whole happens not because of me. It happens in spite of me, really. It happens in spite of me. Despite the fact that I am very much there, it happens. Because the Mother Shruti is very loving. She feeds you this knowledge even without you knowing that you are being fed. Just like the regular mother chases Indian mother. In America there is a different system. In Western countries, you tie up the child in a high chair, okay? It's really quite high. And so the child looks and says, okay, no escape, and one seat belt will also be there, and the child is tied up. And the mother feeds it, Very nice. No calories expended on part of either the mother or the child. But in India, that's not what happens. In India, the child runs around and the mother runs around behind the child trying to feed it. Child is distracted. Child says, I don't want to eat, I want to play, I want to see this, I want to do that. And the mother has some ingenious tools in her chest. What does she do? She'll say, yes, you don't want to eat. One mouthful for the dog, which is there, and then another one for you. And the mother would have made extra for these kinds of contingencies. And seeing the dog nicely lick and eat, the child also feels hungry and the child also eats because now it has a companion. Or if the child refuses to open the mouth, the mother says, look, is that a bird? Is that a plane? Is that Superman? What is that? Going. Before you know it, the child who keeps saying, I won't eat. Even at the end of the meal, what does the child say? I'm not going to eat. The mother says, don't eat, it's okay. I'm taking the food back in. This is how the feeding of the knowledge that I am Satchidananda takes place. Bit by bit, little by little. And what is my job? My job is to be able to eat when fed, is to be ready to eat. And the readiness to eat is called Shraddha. The readiness to receive. I have to keep myself in the place of readiness to receive. Even though I'm distracted, even though I may not have all the qualifications, that readiness, if it is cultivated, then it is in my interest. I understand myself faster and I understand myself as whole in a holistic way. And then, so therefore the Upanishad, we have already seen this, but it's worth just reviewing. The word shad, root verb shad, what does it do? Visharati, wards off. Wards off means it may come back. What does it ward off? Anartha vratan. Vrata means a host of anarthas. Host means group. Anartha vratan visharati. Anartha vratan visharati. It wards off a host of unwanted things, fear, sorrow, fear of death, all these things it wards off. And then wards off means it may come back tomorrow. No, avasadayati, unmulayati, uproots. It wards off by totally uprooting. Uproot means the root, along with the root. Samulam avasadayati. Along with the root it is taken away. If it's taken away along with the root, what does that mean? It will not come back. And then positively also, Brahma gamayati. It leads me to the truth of myself as Brahman. And so therefore, this Upanishad excels in the sense of understanding how the pramana in the form of pratyaksha operates and how it cannot be a source of knowledge of the I that is free of pramana, prameya, pramata. Very beautiful Upanishad, and it is from the Samaveda. Every Upanishad belongs to a particular Veda, and the Samaveda Upanishad has its own Shanti mantra. Just like the Atharva Veda Upanishad has its own Shanti mantra. What are some examples of Atharva Veda Upanishad? Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya, and forgot? What we have studied? Forgot? Finally. Amrita Bindu Upanishad, also from Atharva Veda. And what is the Shanti mantra for the Atharva Veda? Bhadram karne bhi sriniyama devaha. And the Shanti mantra for the Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda, Purnamadaha Purnamidam. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad belonging to Shukla Yajurveda. And then we have the Shanti mantra for the Samaveda, which is, we will study Apyayantu Mamangani. Then we have the Shanti mantra for the Rig Veda, the Upanishad coming out of the Rig Veda. There is only one, which is called Aitareya Upanishad. Vang me manasi pratisthita. Like that, there is a prayer. So, this is the prayer, very beautiful prayer for the Samaveda. And since this belongs to the Samaveda, we will be chanting, learning how to understand this Shanti mantra. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshushrotram Atho Balam Indriyani cha sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirate Ya Upanishadsu dharmaha Te mayi santu Te mayi santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Apyayantu. Apyayantu means may they grow in strength. Vriddhihi syat. May they grow in strength. May what grow in strength? Mama angani. May my limbs grow in strength. Ayyo, I thought I was an adult and all the growth is finished. Here it's not growth as in growing. The limbs are not growing anymore, but may they continue to be strong in the face of aging, in the face of muscle loss, all these things. Mama angani apyayantu. They have to grow in strength. Why? Do I have to enter the Olympics next time? No. But I have to be able to sit for Shravanam. All the muscles in the body that takes to sit, may they not atrophy. May they grow in strength. May they be fit. May I be fit for this study physically. And then also Vak. Vak is the organ of speech. Vak means speech. Speech also, may it grow. Madhumattama Vak. May it grow to be sweeter and sweeter. Jihva me madhumattama. There is a prayer. And then the growth of Vak means may I grow to use my speech very, very properly, very, very judiciously. You know, if you visualize a 5-year-old child, any 5-year-old child you know in your life, what will it be doing? Prattling on non-stop. Non-stop it will be talking, something or the other. Same thing if you look at a 15-year-old, the little less, not so much. And then again, as I grow emotionally, here the physical growth is done, but as I grow to get emotional maturity, may my speech become much more measured. Speech also grows in maturity. Vak prana, the prana also, or not only respiration, but apana vayu, elimination, samana vayu, digestion. Then udana vayu, all this, apana vayu, samana, vyana, circulation, all these, let them cooperate. Let the heart beat properly. Let the circulation take place. Let there be no sickness. Because sickness means I have to Take the time to just nurture the body. Take the time away from the Shravanam. It's a disturbance to do Shravanam while being sick. It is very difficult. It's not easy. So may I be free. May the prana, means the life force, be free. Life force be free of sickness. Shrotram, eyes, may they work well. Chakshuhu, Shrotram, ears. Chakshuhu, eyes. Chakshushrotram. Atha means in the same manner, etc. Indeed. Indeed means etc. Other things which are not mentioned. Eyes and ears are mentioned because that is what is used in the classroom setting. You need the eyes to look at the text. You need the ears to listen to the truth of yourself. Because only through listening this is found. Otherwise it's all just dismantling the oppression of samsara using the tools of samsara, which will not work. So therefore, vak pranas chakshus shrotram athau balam. Balam means here, let them have strength. Let the eyes be able to see, the ears do whatever they are supposed to do. Let there be strength in all the limbs. Indriyani cha sarvani, all the indriyas. Jnanendriyas and karmendriyas. Action related organs, organs of action, organs of the senses, let them all function well. And then to know what? The subject matter of the Upanishad is given in one sentence. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Sarvam Brahma. This is the vision. Sarvam Brahma. Everything is what? Brahman. This is the vision. The vision of no division is given in the Shanti Mantra itself, unlike other Shanti Mantras. It's a very beautiful Shanti Mantra where what I am studying is already given. The vision is given in a kernel fashion. Like even the Mahavakya, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Here, Sarvam Brahma. Even that Khalu indeed is dropped. Sarvam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. Oh, everything is Brahman? Yes. How do you know? Aupanishadam Brahma. Upanishadi Bhavam. Aupanishadam. There are some words that you can make out of other words. Nouns are made out of nouns. This is called Tadhita in Sanskrit grammar, usually taught at the end, not at the beginning. So Upanishadi Bhavam, Tatra Bhavam, that which is in the Upanishad, that which occurs in the Upanishad, that which is understood through the Upanishad is called Aupanishadam. What is this Sarvam Brahma? Aupanishadam Brahma. This Brahman, the fact that everything is Brahman, how is it understood? Through the Upanishad. Amazing this Shanti Mantra is. The vision is given, how to gain the vision is also given. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam, finished. Everything is given here. And then therefore, since everything is Brahman, and since I am dependent on the Upanishads to know this Brahman, let me have certain attitudes and values. What are they? Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. May I not dismiss Brahman. Why? Because Sarvam Brahma. The vision is, everything is Brahman. I am Brahman, you are Brahman, everything is Brahman. This is a vision that is there even in our folk tales. Itihasa, Mahabharata, Ramayana. This Bhima had to go get one flower, some celestial flower which was there in growing in the Himalayas somewhere. And he found one old monkey lying down. What was the name of the flower? Saugandhika. Saugandhika flower had to be got. He found one old monkey lying down. This was none other than Hanumanji. This Hanumanji was wanting to get to know and become friends with Bhima and give him a blessing. But Hanumanji is in Ramayana. Hello, Chiranjeevi, okay? Yeah. Chiranjeevi means does not come to an end. Yeah. Ramayana Hanumanji only visits the Mahabharata and then ends up on the flag of Arjuna. We saw that. So here Hanumanji is lying down. And then lying down, occupying a lot of space. He had to cross this gorge. And here he is lying down right the place where he has to put his foot to go. This thing. He says, hey monkey, take your tail and tuck it in. Come this side, I have to cross. And the monkey says, I'm very old, tired. You only take my feet and my tail and you just put it one side. Or you just, better still, you just jump over me, no? What is there? You just jump over me. And Bhima says, I can't. Why? Because you are Brahman. I can't, I have to see. This is the respect that is given to everything in the universe. There is sacredness. We don't even step on the ground without praying to Mother Earth. Please bear me for today. I don't know what all I am going to do. Let me tread responsibly. And so he says, no, I can't do this. I can't jump over you. You are Paramatma. You are Atma. I can't jump over you. And Hanumanji is mightily pleased. And because he says one more thing. He said, besides, he says, I'm not very confident of my jumping skills. Bhima says, I'm not Hanumanji who could jump over from India to Sri Lanka in one go. What do you think I am? I'm not Hanumanji. And Hanumanji is very pleased with his answer and declares himself and gives him a blessing. So like this, there are stories. Like this, there are so many stories to show everything is Brahman. Even without coming to Vedanta, listening to the stories of the grandparents, one can gain a lot of Vedanta. It's just amazing because it is there in everything. Even our food is Vedantic, really. Oh, really? We have Vedantic dishes? Yes. It's all, it's like all these stuffed things. What is that? Modak, which we make during Ganesha Chaturthi. So there is some dough that is rolled out and a ball of calories, sugar, coconut, very delicious. And then what else? Saffron and cardamom, nicely put inside the dough. The dough is pinched, and then depending upon the condition of your heart, it is either steamed or fried. It is steamed. Let's say it is steamed and it comes out. Nice, hot. And the children wonder, how did the sweet thing get inside? Because they have not seen the mother make it. They just saw it come out. And when we were children, when the mother was not looking, we would take out the outside and eat only the ball. Throw away the skin. Even our sweets are Vedantic. They have the message of wholeness. Because that which is the filling is called Purna. Yes, that's what's called Purna. Whole, free, that is what it is. Everybody wants this sweetness. But it comes encased in a bland name and form, which is this body-mind complex. Even our sweets give the vision of oneness. Our sweets are Mahavakya in action, really. It's just so beautiful. And so like this, Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. And Sarvam here, the word Sarvam has to be taken literally. Sometimes you say Sarvam, everything, but without meaning everything. Sarvam is like a general sense. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam, no. Like we have a Nyaya. Sarve Keraliyaha Chhatrinaha. Chhatrinaha means umbrella carriers. All the people from Kerala carry umbrellas. Is that true? Somebody may not be carrying an umbrella. But if 50 people are carrying umbrellas and 2 are not, then it's still okay to say sarve, all of them. But here this is not the kind of all. Here sarvam brahma means everything. Known, unknown, to be known, which cannot be known, everything. Which cannot be known because it is subtle, which is not yet known because the sciences have not yet advanced. All that is Brahman, which is gained through, this knowledge is gained through the Upanishad. Therefore, may I not dismiss this Brahman. Dismissing this Brahman means dismissing this Vidya. That's what it is. Not understanding pramana, people come and then have a pursuit. I want to study, and then what? Go away. Why? This doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because I did not, I'm not seeing myself as Brahman. So therefore the conclusion is what? Upanishad doesn't work. Vedanta doesn't work. Is this a sound conclusion? No. If supposing you can't see, do you conclude the eyes don't work, therefore I am not going to see at all? No. What do? You go to the optometrist to correct your vision. Maybe the number has increased. Maybe something the glasses needs to be changed. Or maybe it's just very simple. The glasses need to be cleaned. That is also there sometimes. So you don't give up seeing just because the vision is affected. If the vision is affected, corrective measures have to be taken. Similarly here, if you cannot see the vision, if you cannot understand and appreciate the vision, you have to take corrective measures in the form of shama, dama, uparati, whatever needs to be in terms of qualifications, righted itself, whatever needs to right itself has to be done. You can't give up on the vision because the vision is you. You can't just go away. And so therefore, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. Let me not misunderstand what this Brahman is. Let me not dismiss this Brahman as one more thing in the universe and I have other things to do, therefore I am off. Let me not do that. And then the other one, very peculiar but very beautiful, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Ma means may not, Mam, the second Ma is Mam, me, may not Brahman reject me. Here Brahman is to be understood as Ishvara. Ishvara, the subject matter of the Upanishad, which is revealed as the truth of myself. May I not sense a rejection of this vision. Why will Ishvara reject anybody or anything, and who is this Ishvara other than me really? But here it is a prayer for grace. Prayer on part of this embodied one, this individual who feels alienated from this very Ishvara, has misunderstood this Ishvara as a guy in the sky who is an authority figure out to get me. This individual needs the grace to be able to see Ishvara as none other than myself. None other than myself. So therefore, may this grace flow. May this prayer bring in the graces that are needed to be able to understand this truth without dismissing it. May I not feel that I am unwanted. This is very important. May I feel secure in the process. May I have the grace of security and feeling of inclusion as I am pursuing the knowledge. And even if I feel alienated, may I not buy into the feelings of alienation. May I be strong. May I be able to reject the wrong understandings of this I and let the correct understanding of myself as non-separate from Ishvara reveal itself through me. And then Mama Brahma Nirakarot also means may I have the grace to be able to study with a teacher. This is very important because this is very teacher dependent. The teacher has to has to activate the pramana. The kindling which is called pramana has to be made into a conflagration by the teacher to be able to communicate this knowledge. So may the teacher be there, may I have the grace of this teaching, may the teacher teach, may I be able to study, may I be able to learn. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Anirakaranam Astu. May there be all-round acceptance, no rejection anywhere. May all the no's in my life, not no's, okay? No's, N-O. All the no's. My life is full of no. No, no, no. How many times do I say no compared to how many times do I say yes? May the no be transformed into yes. Anirakaranam, acceptance. Anirakaranam astu. May there be all-round acceptance of at least the possibility of this vision, even if the vision at once is not clear. Anirakaranam me astu. May they never be rejection for me. May all my no's turn into yeses. May I be able to say yes to life, yes to this knowledge, yes to myself as Ishvara. And then, tad atmani nirate. Nirate means, tad atmani nirate, upanishadsu dharmaha te mai santu. For me, who is the pursuer of the Upanishad, the one who is reveling in the Upanishad, for me, for such a person, all the dharmas, the attitudes, the values mentioned in the Upanishad, may they be there for me in full measure. Let me have Shama, a tranquil mind. Let me have Dhamma, non-reactivity. Let me have Uparati, renunciation of raga dveshas. Let me have titiksha. Let me have the ability to put up with difficulty for the sake of pursuing this knowledge. Let me have shraddha. We have talked a lot about this. And let me have focus, samadhanam. Let me have perseverance. That is also samadhanam. Let my mumuksha, the desire to study, let that grow and grow and grow. And then let me have, of course, viveka and vairagya. All these dharmas, attributes and values and attitudes mentioned in the Shastra, may they be there for me, in complete and total measure. May they all grow. Te mai santu. It is repeated because it's the end of the prayer. Te mai santu. Because you can't really, in a oral communication, you can't indicate full stop. So therefore you repeat it to know it is the end of the prayer. And the prayer ends with 3 shantis. One for all acts of God over which I have no control, and then I have disturbances from my surroundings. Second shanti. Third shanti is what? Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, disturbances centered on my own self. In fact, the other two are also this only, ultimately. So now that we know the meaning, let us chant it again, together. Om apyayantu mavangani vakpranaschakshushrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaste mai santu Te mai santu Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om